And this is home. March 23rd, 2023. Update. So right now we're living in the camper right here, and there's our pit bull, Gus. It's a good life in the camper. We're using the container as a garage. We just live in metal boxes right now, pretty much. So, I'm going to show you in the camper. Camper's nice. Usually we have a cover on this, but we're leaving in a little bit. It's our bedroom. Nikki put all the decorations up for my birthday. It's pretty nice. The bathroom's nice. Everything's good in here. It heats well, and we haven't tried the AC yet, but we're gonna try that soon. It's finally cool, getting warm here. This is all lumber we got stacked from the trees that were here, that were standing here. Some of them from, well, a couple trees from my neighbor's lot. We got some really nice poplar over there. So Nikki's packing the car from going to Myrtle Beach today. I'll show you inside the container. Yeah, it's open. I just welded this box on there. It's a lock. Keep it extra safe. So this is all our stuff. Just stuff really in here. We use tools and whatnot. So right now, March 23rd, 2023. This is our home site. It's dug down about 8 or 9 feet anywhere in the bottom there. And then Monday we're gonna have an excavator here to set it all up nice. Now our septic is gonna run down this way, and our septic's already installed over here. Right now this pipe here is running all the way back up to the camper. I have that plumbed in, so we just pull the chute and it goes right into our septic tank. This back area here, you can't really tell too well in the video, but our property goes all the way down to this telephone pole right there. It goes up that way. It's where our electric comes up here to us. And you can see down here, it's kind of a gradual slope. So we're gonna have like a trail going down this way and then do a bank around, and you can see bank around and go down to the cabin over here, which I'm gonna put into the video here in a minute. I'm gonna walk down there. But cabin's down there, and our logging road, you can kind of tell, runs all the way back up that way. Now, this is my quad. And our hole for now, for our basement, where our basement's gonna be. Oh, if I walk up here, my truck, little trailer I'm gonna fix up. Our tenant, Nick. No, I'm just kidding. He's our neighbor, and he lives here. That's Nick's house right now. He just finished the siding on the outside of it. It's a 12 by 12 by 12 box with a single pitch roof. It's really cool on the inside. So my plans for around this whole area is probably to put up a temporary fence around our whole bend here, and slowly over time, you know, we have like about between 5 and 10 feet here of growing space along the hole from the top all the way down this way. It's 5 or 10 feet of growing space, where we're gonna put a bunch of evergreens and stuff, kind of privacy plants mostly, because we don't want to be harvesting right next to a tar road with cars going by and stuff all the time, brake dust or whatever. But we can at least put some good filter plants. But this is the spot that everyone likes to stop their car at and look down our property, and you can see the duck pen. Duck pen is very happy right now. We got our little bucket feeding it water, and the ducks are super happy and they're eating a lot. Here's a little space where I laid out a bunch of chips that Steve got me. Got someone to drop off a bunch of chips here, and we got some grapes here. There's I think it's like a green, red, and a couple of wine grapes right growing right there. That's our black walnut with a big grapevine going up it. That's a poplar. Black walnut splitting there. Another poplar. This is our parking area. So when it comes to the Airbnb, this is the first thing people see. This is our parking area. 3 spots for a compact car and then truck and a truck or whatever. This is Nick and all his stuff here. He's like cleaning out shop today. And this is our road going down. Our latest project is, which we probably would have finished this weekend if we weren't going away, is this little culvert we're putting in here. It's like a V-shaped culvert. Nick helped us figure out. And we got our drainage draining out into it. And there's old Nick. Oh no, get back in your van. And then we got a giant rock there. It's an awesome giant rock. Another giant rock. Timber rattlers are under that one. And that's our concrete mixer to finish up this top area here where the drainage is going to come down into. Our porta-john for the Airbnbs and Nick. And this is our drainage. Turning out really good, actually. Works great. And our road going down, which I did a lot of work on. Probably invested, it's probably like a $6,000 investment or something like that. Or, you know, probably maybe like $4,000, including first getting in here with an excavator and then putting rock down and going back and forth on it with the machine a million times. This is our Airbnb tent. It's an awesome tent. We just put some of these nicer rocks here, which we're also going to be ended up using for the footing and the house. And inside the tent, you can see it's really cool. Nikki's got it all set up. That's our tiny wood stove, queen size bed, and I think twin or full size. It might be a twin or full size futon. That's inside the tent. We got some wood storage outside of it for the little tiny stove. And I'll show you down to the duck pen on the way back. But here's the road going around. Is our wood storage. Our first Airbnbers took and used a whole ton of wood. They were just blasting a fire. So I got to put some kind of sign that says please conserve the various bits of wood that we have. All right, our plans down here is pretty much, we're gonna figure something out for this area, whether it be like a pavilion with a little outdoor shower, or I'm thinking what might be even better is just it's crazy, but it's a hot tub. I think a hot tub would be better because on Airbnb, the biggest thing that people want is a hot tub. So we could probably charge double the price if we get a hot tub in here, but that would be next year probably. I'm thinking about just doing a outdoor simple shower with a little tank there, but I don't know, we'll see. That's just a future kind of thing. There's a whole bunch of crap I piled up a while ago. This is from the road, so all of this brush here is pretty much what I took out from this whole road last year, going all the way down. And now it's composting, and it's actually composting pretty well. I should probably just get in there and throw some duck poop on it and it'll compost down real quick. This is another little spot where I think I'm gonna put a pavilion or a hammock between this small tree and this big tree. I'm not sure, something like that, and or it's just gonna turn into a garden space. But here's our cabin, which is an awesome spot to stay at. Our fireplace, which is kind of a communal fireplace here, for both the cabin and the tent. It's a great place to cook. It's super clean and awesome to use. Here's our little picnic table that I built this is actually from wood from Steve's property. We had it milled down and turned out great. And here's the cabin. So the cabin turned out awesome. It's almost 100% done. It's been rented out one weekend to 2 different people. So I'll open this up. 14. Well, you know what? So we just got a little master lock on our little door handle / lock thing. I got a special, it looks like the same locks we have, but it's actually a different lock, so people have complete privacy when they're here. And in here, I'll show you. I'll open up both doors. It's very cool in here. It stays very moderated by the ground temperature because we have a 5-foot hole in underneath this cabin. So it's almost like geothermally regulated in the summertime. So it's nice and cool. Which is really awesome. I mean, I don't know anywhere else that has that, but I'll forever do that with anything we do. I just was holding it the wrong way. So this is a queen, I can't remember. No, this is a full-size bed for 2. We have our propane heater, which works great down to 20 degrees. So all year round we can rent this out. It's rentable all year round. And then a little kitchenette place where we have some grilling utensils for outdoor use. Also, this is new, our little teapot kettle thing for outdoor use for making coffee, whatever. We're gonna have a little propane grill. One of the first people to stay here actually mentioned that we should do that. We're gonna have a little propane grill in here with a little coffee press so people can make themselves coffee. It's an emergency blanket, a sleeping bag with our little thing I made out of rough cut timber. This thing is super cozy and nice, honestly. It's just awesome all around. I love it. Totally livable. If it had an outdoor shower, I mean, we could just live in this all summer long. Yeah, so this thing is really, really awesome. And that's pretty much everything for this area. So I'll close this up. It's very secure at night. There's a deadbolt that goes through the door, so you don't have to worry about animals getting in there or whatever or anything. Nothing. I mean, this thing is solid. It's framed out of all rough cut lumber that was from this property, which is really cool. I love that about it. Planted this plum tree here a while ago. Hopefully that'll end up taking, but it seems like all the blooms kind of got frozen off of it this year, but hopefully in a couple of years it'll end up being really good. Seems like it's doing well since the winter. So I'm gonna walk back up this way, take a jog. Now, going down this way is our quad path. Our quad path will eventually just be our path for everything that has to do with homesteading. The plans for this spot here between our quad path and our logging trail is going to be all gardens. This is going to be terraced gardens for this, like 150 feet long. It's going to be like terraced, nice, really awesome gardens. Here's our stream. It must be a spring-fed stream. We still haven't found the head of it, where it comes from or whatever, but we love this stream. Gives our ducks everything they need and whatnot. Now, this side, so the house, the home site is right up there. There's a big hole in the ground up there, and you can see the fence and for an idea where it is. But there's like a trail that goes along this whole spot over here, this whole side. So this will eventually become also like a walking trail, and we're gonna have a bunch of native plants just planted up through this whole area, and then fruit trees up at the top. And now you can see that around this whole area is much less steep, so that's going to be a big garden area for perennials. Over here we have a lot of daylilies on this property because they grow under black walnuts, and this is a black walnut we're walking up to right here. That's a huge black walnut, drops a lot of walnuts. That one, and there's 2 more up that way. Awesome creek bed spot. So getting to the last of it here. Oh, look at that flower. Spring is here. Digging this out by hand. So this is gonna be where the path goes around this direction. Probably see better from here, right? So it was really kind of steep for the quad or anything to drive past. So I'm gonna dig this back another 2 feet and then down 1.5 feet or so, and it's gonna continue on to where the water lets out from under the road. So I originally cut these stairs in right in the beginning when we first got it, but then I fixed them up nice and they're holding up super well. Here's our ducks, and they're happy in there, and I got a bunch of food and their little pond. Super happy. We've been getting about 6 eggs a day from them on decent days. So I'd say about average 6 or 7 eggs a day, which is really good. So our path continues here, where it's nice and flat. That's their electric fence to keep them safe from anything getting in there. This is also part of their creek bed, and our path continues here to go straight. And we have this area. So there used to be a dam of sorts here. It was a silt fence that went from here, right about there, over to there where that post is, and it held some water in there. So I noticed that, so I cut that thing out of there and got rid of it, and I'm gonna clean it all up and get it all out completely and make it nice and you know, natural. Then I'm gonna come in with block and I'm gonna build a wall between here and pretty much where those posts, that far post is over here, and we're gonna have a little dam with a pond here with some water. I'd say maybe like 3 feet deep of water. And with that water, we're gonna grow a bunch of stuff in it. Duckweed and whatnot. A whole bunch of stuff that you can grow here to help on a homestead. Now having water on a homestead is huge. So what I'm thinking is eventually we'll have that dam, then that'll empty out to another dam right over here somewhere, which would be really easy to build. It would take some work, but it's definitely doable, where we can have a little 2-foot water area here as well, and also grow a bunch of stuff and support the ecosystem. I mean, you can see how many bugs and everything right now everywhere right here, and things are just looking great. So this area is the area I was talking about above this, where we're gonna have like a lot of trees, kind of cherry trees and stuff like that. We'll grow up this hill here, but that's pretty much our whole plan there. And we're mostly done with our Airbnbs, and then we're gonna start working on the house once those are completely 100% done, and that's it. Last plan is this little spot right here where I have these block. These are going to be used for the beehives. We're going to get some beehives, and they're going to be put right here. I'm going to level this ground out right over here, and we're going to line up these blocks with a bunch of flats on the bottom, and then build up and start out with 1 beehive and try to make it into 8 or so. And that's our whole thing.